Greetings, everyone. Let me know when you can hear me and see me. I will continue introductions while I wait for you to confirm that. Thank you for being here. I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A. Hypnosis Healing, Past Life Regression, where we go through the journey of the soul galactic history. You can find our playlist there under our YouTube channel for more information and to watch these beautiful past life regressions, expressions of higher selves. It is such an honor to be here with you. Feeling lots of energy. Such an important day for us today to be communicating the teachings that we will be communicating. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for also being here live, and for those of you who will also be here later on. You can find more information about the services that we offer through my website, risingphoenixaurora.com, as well as Patreon. Thank you. You all can hear me and see me. Thank you. As well as my Patreon, where you can also support these videos. There was someone asking last week, I believe, if I have a donate button. I don't unlike the energy to that. However, if you would like to give an offering for these channels and all the videos that we do weekly, you can go to my Patreon and just simply support us by $4 a month. Thank you. It is such an honor to be here with you. Such an important, again, transmission. Yes, Patreon, Facebook, all those Rising Phoenix Aurora. Let's begin. Thank you. Yes, I tried out some new makeup. Y'all can check it out. It's called Tarte. And I love it because it's vegan and organic. So it's pretty awesome. Okay. Now, let's begin. 111s and love to the earth. Very good. Now in case you're new to our channel, we channel the Ra, which is a benevolent collective of the benevolent alien races of the galactics of the universe that are working together. So this is information that we will be communicating through that, as well as some of the information that we also receive through A.U.R.A. Hypnosis, the past life regressions. Thank you. Thank you. You're so beautiful. Thank you for all the love. I love you all. Thank you. Yes, they said gold today, plus the outfit is gold too. Now, let's get to this. There's a reason why they wanted me to wear gold. Gold is such a powerful energy that is a amplifier of beacons of love light, as well as it is strongly a divine mother energy that is for infinite protection of the universe. So in case you feel calling for gold, it's a really good color, and as well as the chemical compound, the metal of gold. But let's continue. Okay, now we're going to be going through those of you who are new. We do a galactic update typically every month. So this is what this galactic update is about. We are going to be specifically talking about where are we now within these December times, what it consists of energetically, and then how to prepare ourselves for the upcoming year. So let's begin. If you have any questions along the way, please add them to chat. We have beautiful Minnie here assisting us. She's going to be adding these to the, so I'm able to view them. So add them there and we'll ensure to answer as many as possible. I did come on late, so we will be running it a little bit late to make up for that. Okay, let's begin. All right, so let's go into this month. Beginning on the moon that just passed. Every year is consisting of 13 full moons, not 12. Therefore, there are technically within the Mayan calendar and within the Essenes, as well as the Atlantean teachings, there are 13 moon cycles. And there's a very important reason why we're bringing this up to you. Because technically, organically, we are within the 13th month cycle at this point. Okay, we're not in the 12, we're in the 13, which is also why we always say 12 and 13 is one and the same. Now, the reason why this is so important is because on the 13th month, the 13th moon cycle, within our earthly construct, that is a month that you want to go into and start bringing forth endings into what no longer serves you, just like that's what the number represents. It represents the phoenix within creation, the endings of energies bringing forth renewal and rebirth. So this is a time that they really distract us with. Everyone starts buying gifts, and then they use up all their money, they go in debt, and now all that energy basically that was supposed to be a time where you go organically within and build upon what you actually want to create coming forth in the first moon cycle, which will be technically on the first moon of January. So actually at the end of, let me correct that, at the end of this month, I believe it's the 28th, 12/28 will be the last moon. At that point, that's actually the New Year's. So yes, going into, we have to we're multi-dimensional beings, right? So we will have to operate within, it'll be good for us to start operating within the 13 moon cycle, the true Mayan calendar, as we explain, because those will give us the actual portal amplified energy. So at January 12/28 will be the new year, entering into 2021. Okay. Now we're going through this step by step. Also, if you haven't watched Red versus Blue Timeline Wars Part 3, you want to watch this, because every channeling that we do, they're like pieces of the puzzle that give sacred knowledge in helping the light activate, and our blueprints and all that consists within our crystalline bodies as well, our energy bodies. They're all a beautiful masterpiece that are working puzzle piece by puzzle piece that then amplify our souls and abilities. Okay, so then understanding that, because we're about to explain, we're going to go into the 12/21 2020 that everyone keeps talking about. So we want to first understand this to go into that. Okay, so we understand that we're in the 13th month now. This is a time, again, releasement, letting go, so that we can create, manifesting beginning 12/28, what it is that we would like to divinely, organically create for ourselves, for we are creator beings, right? So if you want to operate in these most potent times and vibration, it is a time that you want to be working energetically. Okay, so what I can tell you is beginning at 12/12, energetically, 20, this is going to open up the biggest, pronounced, amplified portal for us that will then catapult us into the 12/21/20, and then enter us into the new year of the 12/28. But also, you can also celebrate it on the 1/1/21 as well, because energetically, the potence of it is both in both of these dates. So you're going to see a gradual shifting of energy. Now, before we go into this, first of all, we need to understand what happened this year. I've been talking to you all this year, and of course, it is not just through you all. I too, as well as a healer and a person that's very much in tune with Mother Earth's energy and her vibration, her frequency, her Schumann resonance. We've all been going through, let's say, a hell of a year. Okay. You're wondering why it is that you've been having a stronger fierceness of speaking up your voice, standing up for your rights, as well as your family's benevolent sovereign rights. It is because you were being prepared this whole time for 12/21/20. Let me explain why. we've gone through a gradual shifting of light. Again, you will have to watch part 3 of that to understand, because this is the next part to what we explained of the light. So stop the video, go back if you haven't watched that. Okay. Now we will add the link there to the description. So this catapulting of light, right now we're above 51% of collective of light activated on Earth. That doesn't mean that 51% is awakened on Earth. That just means that the light of the collective of Earth, whether awakening, unawakened, awakening, and awakened, basically all collectively hold a light of above 51 percentile. By the time we are done with, when we enter the 12/21/2020, it will catapult us and spring us forth into 55%, entering into the most powerful year of awakening and disclosure. 21. Okay, let's understand this. So we've been going through all this year. What have they been telling us? Remove compromising energies within us, as well as people who are harming to us, even if perhaps they're family members or co-workers. Deprogramming them from our force fields, also transmuting and cleansing their hold that they may have within us and our individual creator energies. Okay, you all who have come to this video, you've gone through this process, whether in whichever level that you are at. Now, when we speaking of is releasing, removing, releasing, so we're not specifically talking about if you're with a husband or twin flame and your children. That is a different, say, story to that. What we're speaking of, everyone else but your children and your spouse. That is a different construct that you would have to go through organically within your soul and go within inner light and find the guidance as far as how it is that you shift that vibration there. What we're speaking of is everyone else, parents, siblings. I've talked to people who gone through and have, just because they were able to reach the high enough vibration to understand that Trump was the highest timeline for the collective, that have lost people, friendships of 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Think about this. So why has our galactic soul families, our higher self, have been guiding us to declutter, release these people this whole year? And for those of you who might still be holding on, something you want to think about before we come into 12/28, the new year. Okay. The reason is because, let me explain this to you. And this is hard to explain. However, what I am asking you to do is to view it in a higher perspective of a higher self aspect of where you operate within the highest collective and also the highest individual consciousness that one soul that's multidimensional also can infinitely process. Okay. Okay, so this is why they've been asking you to release people who do not mean harm, who basically have a false mask and are saying that perhaps they do want to be in your life, and they tell you the opposite of what to do in your life, and they are trickster energies, or they contain trickster energies within them that estray you farther and farther, a path from your organic timeline. The reason is because Mother Earth has been catalyzing, shifting every single month. And every single portal date, as we talked about in the last video, has been shifting and shifting and shifting her. Raising and raising, because she has spoken and we, the collective, has spoken. We will not allow infringement that is archonic and artificial intelligence that is not part of our organic construct. She's been working in forcefully strongly with the greatest strength that she has ever mustered. And the reason why she's been at the greatest strength is because we have been assisting her and holding that love light for her. All of us have been doing it. We all have, because we all contain light within us. No matter in what percentage of light we have within our flame hearts, we all contain light. As she has been doing this, she has been gradually shifting, we can say, negative blankets of forces. Some of you have been getting the call to assist her through perhaps guided meditations. Now, those, of course, are guided meditations that would be led by a pure heart. Also, feeling the call to send love to her and work within self and other selves in that form. Okay, you've been feeling a call to assist all year long. This is why, because she has been pulling out a phone call, you can say, to the collective, and who will be able to answer this, who can operate from a high vibration and assist in whichever way that you can speak, whether something as simple as speaking up when you feel that something is wrong and not organically part of your belief system, and it is artificial intelligence, archonic belief systems, even going into doubt and non-belief. Did you know that doubt and non-belief are actually not an organic vibration or belief? They're not an organic emotion within our construct of love, of duality and polarities. It is not. It's actually an archonic belief of non-belief, of mistrust, of not honoring self and not embracing self. They're all basically part of the inorganic artificial intelligence archonic program that keep us oppressed and heavy. So then when you have these non-belief and mistrust within you, you first, of course, have to work within self, decluttering the inner infringes within you, as we have talked in prior videos. Then you have to also work within your DNA and removing these infringements of falseness, because these are archonic belief systems that we do not want part in them anymore, right? We do not. Janine said, Earth Angel? Oh, thank you. That hit me in my heart. You understand? Okay. So you're going through, this month is very important. We're on the 13th month, both the 12th and 13th, and we're decluttering, releasing. Now, the reason why we said this is because as you've been releasing all these basically archonic constructs within the people who are holding on to them, what's been occurring is that you've also been raising your vibration within Mother Earth, because you need to be a match to operate within her vibration. She raises, you raise with her. She raises, you raise with her. It is happening. Whether we are consciously aware or not, it is happening. Okay. Now, what we teach you is for you to be more aware of it and be more conscious of it when specific vibrations within your body that try to connect you to it, to focus upon it, and to listen to the inner guidance within your consciousness and your heart. Okay. Now, what's going on is, let's talk about the mirror of that. What if you have been holding on to the people that envy, that jealous, that try to control you, that all these beings? Some people even have lost jobs in the last maybe 30 days or recently. Okay. There's a reason why that has happened. Now, in a 3D, I know it's hard for us because you have to provide for your family. But there's a reason why that has occurred, because you are releasing what no longer serves you. You understand? So instead of feeling bad for yourself and worry, and I know it's hard because we're in a 3D construct, and these are, say, not natural things. These are things that the archon construct has programmed into us. So it's a lot of inner work where we are constantly working with Mother Earth. And we talk about this all the time. Watch all our videos, over 100 of them, where we talk about how to go into the soul and heal it through the natures of Mother Earth. Okay. Again, every video we make, we try to stick with what we have not taught yet. Okay. Now, what's going on? If you are holding on to these people that don't mean well and basically have chosen their path, they don't want to be healed, they don't want to be helped. You have tried for 20, 30, 10, 5, 50 years, and you do not want help. What's going on is that so long as you hold on to them, now let's speak of this in a quantum healing, quantum world, a scientific manner, okay? So let's envision this. We are a high vibration that have released things, right? Things that no longer serve us. With that, say we're still holding on to those few that, though they have had you all your life, right? Perhaps no matter what time frame they've had you, they had you for a vast amount of time, and they still choose to stay within negative timelines like the B timeline, like Hitler timeline, like wars and masking all these different infringing things. What's going on is that you're up here in this high vibration. They're within this negative timeline. If you hold on to them, it still energetically through cords connects you to them, unfortunately, because we're all energy and we're talking through a quantum physics manner. Okay? So these cords you're up here, they're down here, it's being stubborn. They don't want to release. They want to stay closed and blind to the vastness and beauties, because there's tons of us out there full of light, but they're choosing to turn the other way. You've done your work. So now if you hold on to them, because she's about to shift going into 12/21, 2020, you will lower your vibration to match them at some point. Now, there's a difference though, where we are the bridge and we help them ascend, right? But there's a difference where we keep holding on to them and they don't want to. Eventually, we will lower our vibration to meet them halfway or even match them, because that energetic cord that is connected from them to you will keep feeding darkness. If they have archons in them, if they have negative belief systems, they will keep feeding that negative energy through that life cord that is connected to you through them. And this is the densest way that they keep you oppressed. Okay, within the inverted matrix, the people around you. So we have to go through very strong decisions in this time and space to decide who it is that we will allow to be within our direct inner circles that will be directly energetically connected to us. Now, let me explain why, through a quantum light, it is best to release them. The reason why it is best is because you are raising in vibration and light. As you raise this vibration, they are down here in immensity of darkness. So long as you keep holding on to them, they will keep feeding off your light. And then you're enabling them. You're providing that feeding to them. And then you're also lowering your vibration. It will be a never-ending inverted cycle of false and archonic control. So you are then hindering them and enabling them, because not until you break that cycle of allowing them to be there, that narcissist to you, or that wanted control, then, and we're talking about even a tiny narcissist or a big narcissist, where it's any form and level. So the best thing to do is to remove cords and release yourself. What happens with that is when you do that for yourself, you also release them from having the need to constantly infringe upon you. Then it is up to them. What will they do? Because they've been released from needing to be that, say, bad guy role in the matrix inverted, or be that negative teacher within the inverted programming. It was organic before, but it became infringed upon with the artificial intelligence virus, right? So what will you decide? So also, when you release them, not only do you release them from that role, what you do is you take your sovereignty, your light, and your infinite source energy back. When you do that, you then match Mother Earth's light, love energy. And now, instead of being part of the density, the inverted AI artificial darkness, being part of adding on to that mass that we do not need right now because we're trying to ascend, gradual ascension, that is, right? We're a ascending consciousness we're all going through. So instead of that, you will become the light, and you will hold the collective's light with Mother Earth, and you will be that light for them in the future if they so choose it to also be that light as well. Because right now, by holding on to them, you're being part of the density and what's holding back Mother Earth. If you release them of the row, and you bring your vibration high enough to now release yourself from that row, and you are operating within the most purest source of you. You understand? Okay. Very important teaching for today. So there's a reason why we're going into this, and I have angel bumps all over. You will now be that light instead. Being that light for the collective, being that pureness of love light for all. You will be that love. Okay. Colleen said, Divine Mother speaking to us, clear teachings. Yes. Divine Mother is definitely channeling through today. Okay. Now, let's see. All right. So as Mother Earth in 1221. So why is this amazing? Why is 12/21/2020 amazing? Now, we've talked about in past videos. We need to stop going into this fear-based, true fear-based Armageddon situation where we're like freaking out and we think the worst is going to happen, and then the lights are all going to go out, and there's going to be like this reset and all this crazy stuff. Okay. Right now, what we want to do is we don't want to manifest that. So let's not go into that. Instead, we want to become the alchemist and transmute that, because that's archonic, remember. And then we're going to instead manifest and create what's going to come forth. So we're going to raise our vibration high enough with Mother Earth, and it's not too late, by the way. You can decide to do this the very same day. Also, 12/21/2020 is only the catalyzing day for it, because the energy will continue to ripple. We will start feeling the potence of it on 12/12/2020. And then we will also continue to feel it, even going past 12/21/2020, going into even the New Year's, we will feel it. Even, remember, time does not exist. So therefore, we could actually pick up on it at any point. We could even tap into the 12/21/2012 energy at any point. Even right now, we could do it just within a thought form away and a releasement of archonic non-belief. Okay. So let's talk about, so before we explain this date, this month, we need to explain what 12/21/21 meant. So 12/21/12, we have columns of pillars of light of the 12/12 that represent both 13 as well. And then what do we have at the center? We have 21. 21 is the reflective mirror of 12, right? 21/12. So at the center of this 21, that's the, say, reflection is the best way to explain. Reflection of 21, of 12, 21 is. Then what that is because these are the pillars, 12/12s are the pillars of light, organic light, of the construct of this universe, the beginning construct of 12 and 13 constructs, that 13 though being source, divine mother, divine father included within the 13th, but 12 as the children of the seraphim or the angelics that sprung forth and started creating. Okay, within an energetic point of view. And then there's even more of actually there's an aura regression that's going to be very important for you all to watch tomorrow. It's where we will be premiering it tomorrow. It's important. It goes into an explanation of some of so once the seraphim created the constructs, then there was also fractalizations of them that went into different races, like the feline Lyrans, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, all these Andromedans and all these galactic galaxies that originally multiplied from 12 constructs. And then for that, I recommend scientific point of view. My brother Todd Divini, Expansion for Ascending Consciousness. This is a scientific point of view of creation. He's phenomenal. He's working on book 2. Read this, because for those of you who want more of a scientific, more concrete story of creation, that is a very good book. Todd Divini, you can find it on Amazon. Okay, so when we understand that, then we understand why 12 is so important, right? So then, because the 21 of the 12, 21 at the center was so important, was because it was, you could see it was the shadow of the 12, the organic shadow, that is. Okay. Because even when you look at 2-1, you're stepping back, right? Where 1-2, you're going forward. 2-1, you're stepping back. So the combination of both of these alchemically created the most powerful, bringing forth light, anchoring in the shadow that was stuck within Earth. When it did that, it released the infringing shadow, the artificial intelligence shadow, and then it brought forth the light into it, which created the collective awakening that we saw. Okay. All right, so now we can explain this month. The reason why 12/21/2020 is so important is because we're on the 13th month still. We're also close to entering into the new year of the 21. Remember what I explained on what the 21 represents? For those of us, for the collective who has been asking for disclosure, I like to call it full disclosure, because it will not be full disclosure, because that's too, full disclosure could be very harming to the collective. It's only a gradual disclosure, just like we are all in ascending consciousness over and over. Okay. Now, as we're going through, so this will begin 12/21/2020. We'll have both the light column, right, of 12, and then the reflection of the shadow in 21. And then it will have the 2020, which was 224. Okay. Okay. When you add that up, what does that up to? 4, adds up to the number 10. Within our construct, 12 is actually a completion of number of 10. However, since they have changed it, we will go with 10 is the same as 12 in our organic construct. Okay? So it brings completion. And that is why we have communicated all that we have all year long, and even the last years and all the years we've been here on YouTube. and why we are communicating this now. When this brings completion, it will bring forth a energetic endings of what no longer serves us individualized and collectively, because Mother Earth is a collective, and she will at that point ascend further. It's a process of ascension. She will enter the highest light that she has entered, like I said, the 55% of activating light on Earth. When this happens, we are going to enter into 2021. Why is this so important? 2021 is so important because 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, what does 5 represent? It actually represents the Divine Mother, Mother Gaia. Earth, fire, water, wind, spirit. Spirit being in itself, Divine Father, Divine Mother, and Child, the Holy Trinity. Those 5, earth, fire, water, wind, and spirit. And this will be Mother Earth's greatest strength. She will not stand forth anymore and allow the infringements. So we need to make a decision. Are we going to rise our vibration with Mother Earth? When she brings into an endings, it will no longer serve her as a collective because she is ascending, and there's absolutely no way that she will lose and do another cycle once more, right? Because we've gone through, this is our 4th cycle, and we are that love light, as she is that love light that will bring forth the endings in this 4th cycle of renewal of Mother Earth over and over, when the last 3 cycles were not able to come forth, being Mu, Lumeria, Atlantis. Okay, we've entered the golden age, and this is why we're wearing golden today. I like to be funny when I can. So I know the information we share is so strong, but yet so awakening. Okay, so we're going to go into 21, where it's going to be the reflection of the light, and it's going to raise all the falseness, the hindering, the shadow, the false shadow that has been oppressing Mother Earth. 21 will not stand for it. Therefore, every time you see a duplication of 21, like 12121, 22121, any 2 ones next year will be extremely important, where you will be a time that you want to connect with Mother Earth, the Schumann resonance, go inwards. Of course, you can watch our live channelings here that we will do our best once a week, giving you these live updates through either myself communicating or through the benevolent guardians that we communicate through, because we all basically give you pieces every Friday. This is a good time to hit subscribe and hit the bell button, because you don't want to miss out on these videos. All right. Beautiful. All right. So beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Raw Evolution said, I just got so emotional. Mother Earth will no longer submit to the inorganic entities. She is ready. Yes. Man, that is emotional. You're going to make me emotional. Beautiful. Let's answer some questions. All right. So we got a good amount, about 20 minutes left to answer questions, you all. Here we go. Okay. So first question is, what is 1221 about? Here we already answered that. Next question. Most of us have changed our lifestyle to prepare for the best during portal days. Alcohol, sugar, even wheat, gluten, dairy. What else can we do to prepare for these days? So we talked about throughout this whole video, but I'm so glad that this person asked this question, Thank you. Because it's extremely important, as our light bodies, our energy bodies need our physical bodies to match them. Therefore, we need to raise our vibration the highest possible. So during this time, it is extremely important that we are drinking lots and lots of water, tons of water, because the water is like, you can imagine it's like a waterfall that's flowing through you and is constantly cleansing and releasing out, also using number one, number two, because that's the way you release out anything that is toxic within the body. Let it out. So then, yes, the water does that for you. You could also envision like golden etheric light energy, that is water, and it's just showering you all day long, or a waterfall showering you. Anytime you need a cleansing and a balancing, just flowing with it. Important that you do not try to, within these times, go vegan and drink lots of water. No sugar, no alcohol, none of that stuff. Cigarettes, caffeine, unfortunately, because these things will lower your vibration, especially not being vegan. The reason is because we've talked about it in the past, but I will explain that when you eat life, basically, because that's what they explain, it's like you're eating life. Then you become that density of that pain and darkness of that life. And you also even become the energy of the death of that life. So allow your body to be purging and the highest vibration. Okay. Will all negative entities, thought forms, and reptilian consciousness leave our bodies on 12/21/2020? Unfortunately, not. As beautiful as that would be, we cannot be thinking in a savior mentality that this wave is going to come through and it's just going to take all our problems away. No, we have to do the inner work ourselves. Mother Earth the Divine Mother will be the very first one that will tell you she will not infringe upon your own self-healing, because that is the reason why we fractalize, so that we can have our own expressions. To infringe upon you and to take away everything for you without you doing the inner work and you doing it yourself is to enable you. And it's also archonic. To enable someone is an archonic construct, and she is not archonic, nor are we. So we have to ensure that we understand. Perhaps they will take a vast portion of the collective disembodied entities that are stuck. Yes, I am definitely seeing this. A good amount of that. Perhaps in lands where people have done their work and there is a high enough vibration, because remember, we're benevolent beings. We cannot overstep boundaries. What have you done within your land that you're living on? How have you helped it healed? But of course, we have to start first with self-healing before we start helping the land healed. But even then, we can also help the land healed. There is something that they shared with me this week, a vision that they showed me, which is a very easy way to heal the land. If you have not become Aura or Aura Hypnosis certified or Raw Reiki certified, where we teach you how to go into the inverted matrix and actually, with sacred symbols, removing these infringements. This is another way that you could do this, very simple, if you are yet not ready to be certified or in whatever form. Okay, so hug a tree. The reason why you want to hug a tree is because, tell you a little secret about this, why we recommend this all the time, is because when you hug a tree, all trees on earth are pillars of light. Think about that for a second. Every single tree in your neighborhood, your backyard, everywhere you go, are pillars of light. And getting goosebumps. So there are light because everything has consciousness. So therefore, a tree would have a consciousness, organic consciousness. Everything that has life has a consciousness. So then when you are literally hugging a sourced pillar of light, ooh, doesn't that feel good just thinking about it? And you are recharging yourself, filling yourself up. And then let's go more in depth. As you're hugging that pillar of light, that tree, their roots are connecting to all life around it. The plants, the grass, the other trees, and then the other animal life is also, they are aware of this. This is why they love trees and live in them, because they're living in pillars of light. This is huge, huge. So then if you imagine all the trees of Earth and all their roots connecting, you will see how important it is to plant a tree and save trees, because we're bringing forth amplification of pillars of lights. Okay? Isn't that beautiful, you all? I just love that. Bella says, I love hugging trees. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. So these are simple things that we try to tell you that we don't even understand. It's like we're so clouded and like we forget. But if we just stop for a minute and we listen and talk to the trees, just like when we were perhaps indigenous to these lands, then we would know that we could talk to the trees and the trees would love us and embrace us and lift us if we were so to do it. The wind, the water, the sun, the fire, all these elements have voices that are waiting to whisper memories and bring forth reunions of who you truly are. Did I get 10 years younger? Oh, you're so sweet. Hey, they might have age regressed me last night while I was sleeping. Could be a possibility. Thanks for making me laugh. Okay, here we go. Next question is, can you tell us more about the 7 sun source we are connecting to after the solistic? Interesting. 7 sun source. Now, I specifically have not tapped into that. However, I am seeing 7 suns. So let's see what they will tell me about this. Ooh. Wow, that is beautiful. So you just showed me a vision where there's 7 galactic suns that are going to be activated after this solistic that you're speaking of, and actually going into the new year, and after the 12/21/2020. Okay, that will be the beginnings of it, and then into a full activation. These suns are going to connect into a gridding, and there's nothing to hold it back, because suns are source, pure source energy. And whenever there's artificial and infringements that would try to infringe upon it, basically it would transmute it to 0. If it's artificial, it will eradicate it, and if it's darkness that's infringing, that's trying to harm directly, it will transmute it back to source. So that's pretty amazing, because it's like the 7 suns that are then gridding together and connecting to one another through rays of light. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, continue. And well, to answer that, what will that bring? It will bring forth more positive energy, more ascension into the collective. Okay. What is the one thing we could do to shorten the negative timeline and bring forward the positive organic timelines for ourselves and the collective quicker? Number one thing is self, working with self. So we also have to be in service to self. One of the biggest things is, yes, of course, not in a form where it's overpowering the service to others, because you want to be like, easiest way we can explain is 49% service to self and 51% to others. It just basically means that you love yourself just as equal, just 1% a little more. You love the collective even more. And you honor the collective, knowing that the collective is you. The other self-expressions are you, and you are them. It's a form of true unity consciousness. So the number one thing is working within self. Also, it's very important right now, something that we've taught from the beginning since we started coming out, is that not sharing ourselves to others and sharing our wisdom, or even sharing some of who we are within a galactic point of view. We've been programmed the minute that we share who we are. Now, of course, being very cautious though, because you don't want to tell everyone all your business because what if there's archonic energies within there, and then, you don't want to share sacred information about you, right? But you do want to share glimpses of things that you do feel comfortable sharing about yourself and your soul origins. The reason why you want to do that is because to not do so is because we constantly say there's a person in a group, a spiritual group, and all of a sudden they share something important from their soul origins. And I've been there. I've shared something that was very collective, and I shared something to do with soul origins. And I had the very same leader of the spiritual group energetically basically attack me through that comment and say, we don't believe in that kind of stuff here. We don't. And it was something very simple. It was about self-love and others. And this person went into this like triggered reaction, like, whoa, you're in my group sharing something so catalyzing and loving. So of course their archons interacted and basically counterattack to that. Don't you go awakening people's hearts. Don't you go telling people that they can love themselves and express themselves, So that in itself, thinking that we cannot share ourselves in a form where we hold ourselves back and we don't honor our true origins, is a form that is archonic. It's again programming that has bled into the spiritual community, that has made us feel like we cannot share ourselves. And the reason why we want to share ourselves is very important. And this goes to this answer, is because the more we share our light, of course, with boundaries, share our, not light, I would say love light, more the answer to that, with boundaries, of course, where we provide bridges to others to love light and to a higher vibration, the more that empowers them to share themselves and also honor themselves and honor who they are. Because they don't want us to realize that, we are this beautiful empowered being in the Pleiadians, as an Arcturian, as in the fifth dimension, wherever we are at. They don't want us to honor and accept this, because once we come into a realization that we are this beautiful benevolent being, then we gain our sovereignty. So they want us to continue hiding and being, say, bashful or oppressing our own selves. That's what they want, because so long as we continue to do that, we won't step into our true sovereignty. Now, of course, you don't have to do this like through video, like me. You don't have to do this, just in subtle ways, in whichever way that you emanate out your true organic self, your benevolence. Okay, next question. So one thing we can do is honoring self and allowing self to express itself. This question, let's see. Since we have incorporated so much energy into our DNA in such a relatively short time that we have in this timeline, are we the raw ready to live in a sovereign and free existence this next year? Yes, we are. This is what this video is all about. Sovereigns, creation. Sovereigns, creation. What are we going to create with our sovereignty? So long as you create and manifest everything with a beautiful sovereignty and pureness of love, infinite love, you can create what is, of course, organically meant to be created within your organic timeline and blueprint. Children, all is well in my life, but my son, age 11, is struggling with the energy change. Oh, how can we support our children? My work is with children too. That's hard. So everything that we are teaching through all our videos, over 350 videos, it's time for us to understand that our children are our teachers. They chose to be birthed forth from you because they are who awakened you. They chose that path because they're here to awaken you and the collective. Those who are being harmed, unfortunately, through pedophilic ways, in all forms. These children had accepted the biggest agreement to assist us. So it is time that we honor and respect children as the teachers that they are for us. Go down to their knees, talk to them in whichever way that you can, in whichever way that you can communicate with a child, whether that be your child or another's child. So long as you mean love, no one will stop you from communicating love. And teach them everything that you're learning through our YouTube channel, everything that you've learned through other forms of benevolence communication. They know far more than you realize. Teach this beautiful baby how to shield. Teach him how to ground. Teach him how to hug a tree. Teach him how to transmute the negativity that he's feeling around himself. Understand that he is even more powerful than you in his love light. And you hold that love light for him. Instead of worrying, you hold that love light for him and know that all will be well. All will be fine. Thank you for being here. I love you with all that I am. Thank you. I will see you in the next channeling. I will not be here next Friday as we will be in New Orleans. A retreat, which, by the way, there are 2 spots left if you want to join. Not too late, but you have to do it as soon as possible if you're going to join. We will be there, and then I should be back the next Friday after that. I will keep you posted, though. I love you with all that I am. Rewatch this video. Please share it. Show your support just by subscribing, just by sharing it, just by hitting the thumbs up, and by commenting after you watch it live here. Show your support. I love you. With all that I am, thank you for being you, and thank you for being a matching vibration to these teachings, because you yourself need to embrace yourself within this time and space, because you have reached a high enough vibration to understand these teachings from love. Yes, you have. You have done so much to be here. Don't look at where you want to be at. Look at what you've overcome. For you are the bridge to the Holy Trinity within you. You are the bridge. You are the most powerful. For you are the bridge to the past, wisdom and lessons, and the bridge to the future self that will be the strongest. And you can talk to all versions of you through all forms of dimensions and verses, multiverses, and universe. I love you. I honor you. Thank you and respect you. Have a beautiful, blessed, glorious weekend. Thank you for your support.